Hey everyone, it's BSAA Jones here, and I have a confession to make. I play RuneScape. I won't beat around any bushes. I've been playing RuneScape for quite a while. For the last 15 years, I've had a very consistently inconsistent relationship with RuneScape. I'll go hard for maybe a month or two, and then I'll fall off for a bit. New skill will pop out, let's go. But also, new skill comes out, I'm sleeping. Beyond that minor issue, I have this problem where whenever I come back to RuneScape, I always end up starting a new account. I had my main account, and then my alt, and then about 8 other RuneScape 3 accounts that I made to play with friends so they didn't feel underleveled. And then came the return of old school RuneScape. And around that time in 2013, I began to drift away from RuneScape 3 and found myself in the same conundrum once again. During my stint back in old school, I found myself watching a lot of RuneScape content. Over time, I realized something. I realized that it was time for me to add something to the RuneScape community. It had been such a big part of my life ever since I was young, and it was time for me to take up the torch. So I thought to myself, what's something fun I could do that might be interesting for other people to watch? I came to the conclusion that I would return to RuneScape 3 and try to give it the same certified iron love that everyone has been giving to old school. But there was a problem with that. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. What is this? What is that? Please, somebody tell me, what the fuck are these? Logging back into my main was like stepping out of the Dark Ages straight into the Twilight Zone. Then it just hit me. The one thing I missed so much when I switched to old school. It was time to return to the dungeon. Ooh boy, does it feel good to be back. It sure has been a cool minute since I stepped into the old Daemonheim Peninsula. Look at that. Road less traveled. For those of you who weren't too sure about what I was referencing before that montage, this is going to be my Daemonheim only Ultimate Iron Man in RuneScape 3. Since RuneScape 3 obviously doesn't offer that option because one of the skills, Dungeoneering, doesn't allow you to bring things in, except for a few specific items. So offering a bankless account would be kind of pointless since you wouldn't have access to one of the skills. So this is going to be a self-imposed challenge. Seeing as how I can't bring in anything, I'll send you guys to Future Jones just so he can update you more on what that's going to be about and give you a little rundown on what the rules for this account's going to be. Take it away, Future Jones. Thank you, Present Jones. So, for this account, the rules are going to be simple. Rule number 1, no leaving this section of the map. This one right here. It can't be a Daemonheim only Iron Man if I'm going outside of Daemonheim. Rule number 2, since Dungeoneering does not allow any items on inventory, should I find myself in a situation in which I need to keep items, which I doubt will be the case, I will be using a max of 28 bank slots, if any at all. Rule number 3, no outside help in the dungeons. This is going to be all solo, starting from scratch. Beyond those 3 rules, I have a few goals for this account. The first one is going to be my sub-goal 1, which is Surpassing Floor 43, which can be unlocked at 85 Dungeoneering. Why Floor 43? Well, that's as far as I've ever seen in Dungeoneering. Sub-goal number 2 is to beat the Warmonger, which is going to be the highest level boss that you can get to in Dungeoneering, which is going to be way up in the hundreds for Dungeoneering level to access. Which leads me to my final goal, which is true skill mastery in Dungeoneering. This was my favorite skill back in the day, and since I've never gotten any of my skills on any accounts to 99, I figured it's time to go all in. Anyway, I'm going to pass it back to Present Jones. Welcome back to Present Time. As we can see right here, we are rocking base stats. Everything's pristine except for my health, which is because of the rat that attacked me in the opening cutscene. Aside from that, all we have is this Yak Track task list, which does not consider Daemonheim a safe place, which is cool. We don't need this. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this. Anyway, now let's go ahead and... Oh, well, actually, we got to go over here and talk to the Dungeoneering tutor first so we can pick up our ring. Alright, let's get it. Go ahead and head down on our first adventure, start our party. Well, here it is, the beginning of it all. Gotta savor this moment. Alright, that's enough. Alright, into the dungeon. Let's get it.